Because normally when he races with the Tri-State Late Models, he runs the 101. So in that car. So he's driving his Tri-State Late Model car here tonight at Off Road Speedway. So setting the pace is 73 of Tad Pospisil. Out of turn number 4, let's go racing. Tad Pospisil, whoa, a little smoke coming on the 101 of Ben Sukup. Eric Benazdal, Travis Berkeley, Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, and off the pace looks to be the 52 of Dean Wilkinson. But it's Tad Pospisil with the lead, followed by Ben Sukup, Eric Benazdal, Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, Travis Berkeley. Pulling off with the 52 of Dean Wilkinson. Tad Pospisil, Ben Sukup, Eric Benazdal, Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, Travis Berkeley. Tad Pospisil with about a straightaway lead not over Ben Sukup, showing a little smoke out the rear of Ben's car. Followed by Eric Benazdal, Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, and Travis Berkeley. 3 laps to go for Tad Pospisil. Still more smoke rolling out of the back end of Ben Sukup's car. Getting more and more prevalent. That might be a tire rub. It definitely looks like something out of the rear end there. You don't want to rub in too long. What'll happen? You'll get a flat tire. White flags coming out. 1 to go for Tad Pospisil. They are clicking off the laps tonight. Ben Sukup, Eric Benazdal, Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, Travis Berkeley. But here comes your winner in the Bad Chad 73, Tad Pospisil. Whoa, a lot of smoke that time. Ben Sukup getting a little smoke screen there in the 9 of Eric Benazdal in 3rd. Chris Johnson, Nelson Bobright, Travis Berkeley, and Ben wastes no time pulling it off in the pits. But your winner in the Bad Chad 73, Tad Pospisil. So taking the pace to 35 of Robert Osborne. Brings the field to turn number 4. Mike says, let's go racing. Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert, Billy Sukup, Chase Osborne, Brock Carlson, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. It is Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert, Billy Sukup, Chase Osborne, Joey Haase, Brock Carlson, Dan Lucan. Robert Osborne with the lead, chasing him down in that 2nd spot. It is Corey Dumpert. Chase Osborne now clears Billy Sukup for 3rd. Here comes Joey Haase looking to the inside of Billy Sukup for 4th. And then it's Brock Carlson and Dan Lucan. Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert tucked right behind him. And here comes the 14 up Chase Osborne. Corey Dumpert's about ready to be in an Osborne sandwich here. Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert, Chase Osborne, Billy Sukup, Joey Haase. Oh, off the pace, Brock Carlson pulls it off into the infield. Look at this, Chase Osborne now looking at the inside of Corey Dumpert for a second. Oh, they touch. No harm, no foul. 2 laps up to go. Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert, Chase Osborne, Billy Sukup, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. Oh, Robert Osborne slid it sideways. Here comes Corey Dumpert. White's out. 1 to go. Robert Osborne, Corey Dumpert, Chase Osborne, Billy Sukup, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. And the checker flag is going to fly for Robert Osborne. Corey Dumpert in 2nd, Chase Osborne in 3rd. Billy Sukup, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. So your winner from Norfolk, driving a 35, Robert Osborne. Travis Dickinson, the Yacht 7. Now that is normally, Ryan, that's Ben Sukup's car he drives. Travis Dickinson, that car tonight. You got Junior Cooper, Mark Lucan, Brian Molt. Let's go racing. Jim Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Travis Dickus, Junior Cooper, Greg Crone, Mark Lucan, Brian Molt. Oh, they're all over the place. Jim Johnson with the lead, followed by Dylan Schmier, Travis Dickus, Junior Cooper, Mark Lucan, Greg Crone, and Brian Molt. I tell you what, they are clicking off the... Oh, Brian Molt and Greg Crone. Crone's off the pace. He's going to pull it off into the pits. Jim Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Travis Dickus, Mark Lucan, Junior Cooper, flying Brian Molt. Jim Johnson with the lead, followed by Dylan Schmier, Travis Dickus, Mark Lucan, Junior Cooper, Brian Molt. Schmier now getting tucked up right behind the 36 of Jim Johnson. Johnson goes up high. Here comes Schmier for the lead. Johnson slid up out of the cushion. And Schmier snuck underneath and got the lead away from him. Now Dickus slips up and gives Mark Lucan third. 2 laps left to go. Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Mark Lucan, Travis Dickus, Junior Cooper, Brian Molt. White flags out, want to go Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Mark Lucan, Travis Dickus, Junior Cooper, Brian Molt. The final heat race of the winning is going to go to Dylan Schmier. Lucan for second, Johnson third. Then it's Travis Dickus, Junior Cooper, Brian Molt. So your winner driving the 5S, that is Dylan Schmier. So it looks like it's going to be the out one of Junior Cooper starting on the front. Outside of him, Nelson Volbright. "12 laps the distance. Let's go B-Feature Racing." Junior Cooper, Nelson Volbright, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Joey Haase, Greg Crone, Brock Carlson, Brian Molt, Dan Lucan. So it is Nelson Volbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Junior Cooper putting the harassment on the 11X of Nelson Volbright. Nelson Volbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson. That's your top 4. On the outside looking in right now, that's Joey Haase, Greg Crone, Brian Molt, Brock Carlson, and Dan Lucan. Spinner in 2, that would be, I believe, the 49 of Brock Carlson. Oh, and once again, there it is right there. The endangered species, the implement tires get taken once again. The 20 of Greg Crone gets into him in turns 3 and 4. As look at that, Ryan. Clear skies. There's the moon right there. Not a cloud in the sky now. There you go. Setting the pace. Nelson Volbright out of 4. 9 to go. Nelson Volbright, Junior Cooper, the Killer Bee number 78 of Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Joey Haase, Brian Molt, Dan Lucan, Brock Carlson. Nelson Fulbright. Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Joey Haase, Brian Moult, Dan Lucan, Brock Carlson. 7 laps to go. It is Nelson Fulbright, followed by Junior Cooper. And then it's Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Joey Haase, Brian Moult, Dan Lucan, and Brock Carlson. 6 to go. Nelson Fulbright. Junior Cooper, now he's being harassed by the 78 of Travis Berkeley, who slips up the track and loses ground to Junior Cooper. Nelson Fulbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Joey Haase, Brian Moult, Dan Lucan, Brock Carlson. And we got debris over there in turn number 1, brings out the caution. Looks like it might have come off of somebody's nose piece. And 94, oh yeah, he's missing part of his nose piece over here on the right side of the front. All right, setting the pace, the 11X Nelson Fulbright brings the field to turn number 4. And let's go back to green flag racing. Nelson Fulbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley with a big drive off of turn number 2. Dean Wilkinson, Brian Moult, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. It's Nelson Fulbright with 5 to go, followed by Junior Cooper. Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Brian Moult. Now look at Brian Moult trying for 4th. The final transfer on Dean Wilkinson. Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. 4 laps to go. It is Nelson Fulbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Brian Moult, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. 3 laps to go. Nelson Fulbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Brian Moult, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. 2 laps left to go. It is Nelson Fulbright, followed by Junior Cooper. Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson putting some squeeze on him. And 11B of Brian Moult, Joey Haase, Dan Lucan. White flags coming out. 1 to go. It's Nelson Fulbright, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson, Brian Moult, Dan Lucan, Joey Haase. Oh, Lucan gets in there sideways. Gets in the Joey Haase, no harm, no foul. Checkers out for Nelson Fulbright. Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, Dean Wilkinson will learn to dance, and they'll dance again in the A feature. Well, Ryan, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tighten down them seatbelts real nice and tight. As Mark Lucan brings him into turn number 3, it is time to mash the gas and let's go racing. Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan all off the pace, the 11X of Nelson Fulbright. Looks like he's going to pull off into the pits. It's Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan, Tad Pospisil, your top 3, lap number 1. Eric Van Osdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, and Robert Osborne. Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Robert Osborne, Chase Osborne. Billy Sukup, Ben Sukup flying on the high side. Here comes Chris Johnson. And then it's Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley, and Dean Wilkinson pulling off. Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Robert Osborne. 5 down, 25 to go. Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan, Tad Posmichel, Eric Benosdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Robert Osborne, Chase Osborne, Billy Sukup, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley. Out of turn 4 is still Corey Dumpert, Mark Lucan, Tad Posmichel, Eric Benosdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Robert Osborne. Corey Dumpert with 22 laps to go. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. So the yellow comes out. I hope he's got heavy duties on for tonight. Setting the pace, Corey Dumpert brings the field to turn number 4, and we're back to green flag racing. Posmichel gets the jump on Lucan for second. So it's Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel, Mark Lucan. Oh, look out. Ben Sukup about went over. And look at that. They kept going. Yellow's out. I'll tell you what, Ben Sukup is going to need himself a pair of Speedo tearaway underwear on that one, because he about went over on the backstretch. Woo! So setting the pace at 77 of Corey Dumpert. Mark Lucan, Tad Posmichel right behind him. 23 laps to go. Let's go racing. And once again, Posmichel gets on the outside of Mark Lucan for second. Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel, Mark Lucan, Eric Benosdal, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Robert Osborne, Chase Osborne. But I tell you what, Ben Sukup is hopping it around like the bull at Gillies down in Texas. It is Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel, Mark Lucan, Eric Benosdal, Dylan Schmier, Robert Osborne, Jim Johnson, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup. Then it's Chris Johnson and yellow on the track. Oh, we got a car spun around. So yellow light is out, green light is flashing. 22 laps to go in the final feature of this year at the Off Road Speedway in your IMCA Late Models. Corey Dumpert brings them to turn number 4. Mike says, let's go racing. Oh, they're checking up. Man, there was a lot of brake checking going on over there in turn number 4, but they all got through it. Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel. Eric Benosdal now finds himself in 3rd. Robert Osborne in 4th. Lucan back to 5th. Then it's Chase Osborne, Jim Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Junior Cooper, Travis Berkeley. Corey Dumpert with the lead. Tad Posmichel, Eric Benosdal, Robert Osborne in that 4th spot. Mark Lucan in 5th. Chase Osborne and Jim Johnson going after it. And here comes Dylan Schmier. Then it's Chris Johnson, Junior Cooper, Ben Sukup, and Travis Berkeley. $17 to go. It is Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel, Eric Benosdal, Robert Osborne. Then it's Mark Lucan, Jim Johnson, Chase Osborne, Dylan Schmier, Chris, Ben Berkeley. As once again going by the line with 16 to go is Corey Dumpert. Corey Dumpert, Tad Posmichel, Eric Benosdal, Robert Osborne, Mark Lucan, Jim Johnson. 14 now to go for Corey Dumpert. Tad Posmichel chasing him down in 2nd. Eric Benosdal is running in 3rd with Robert Osborne in 4th. And caution is out again. Think we might be having some more of that French racer out there, Monsieur Debris. Of course, both Eric Benazdal and Tad Pasposo last night racing at Rapid Speedway up there in Rock Rapids, Iowa last night. Out of turn number 4, we're back to green flag racing. Eric Benazdal trying to sneak on the inside of Tad Pasposo for a second. He goes on the outside, Pasposo back on the inside, gets it away. Little crossover action there for second and third. Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Chase Osborne. Whoa! Junior Cougar goes for a slide for life over in turn number 1. He's sitting there, tick, 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 yellow's out. Yellow's out for the out one of Junior Cougar. So now we're going back. Single file restart. Single file. Corey Dumpert brings him to turn number 4. And let's go racing. Corey Dumpert slips up a little bit in turn 1. Here comes Tad Pasposo. Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Chase Osborne, Robert Osborne, Jim Johnson, Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Ben Sukup, Travis Berkeley. Oh, Schmier out of the groove, got up in the muck up there. He's going to go all the way back behind the 78 of Travis Berkeley. You get out of the groove up in that muck up there tonight, you're going to go backwards, let me tell you. Corey Dumpert. Oh, look out. Jim Johnson going around in the backstretch on the infield. He's going to park right down there by the implement tire. And the yellow's going to come out. Single file restarts, Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Chase Osborne, Robert Osborne, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Travis Berkeley, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson. And let's go racing. Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Mark Lukin now looking on the inside of Benazdal for third. Benazdal just throws it into the corner. Side by side, still Benazdal. Lukin. And then it's Chase Osborne. Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Travis Berkeley, Robert Osborne, and Jim Johnson. But it's still Corey Dumpert with 10 to go. Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup. Yellow is out once again. More debris over in turn number 2. More debris over in turn number 2 coming off these cars. Or you go to the pits with a big pile of it just piled up there and say, okay, come and claim it. So here we go, Corey Dumpert. 10 to go. Corey Dumpert, Tad Pasposo, Eric Benazdal, Mark Lukin, Ben Sukup, Chase Osborne, Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Robert Osborne, Jim Johnson, and Travis Berkeley. Oh, there goes Lukin around in turn 2. And the yellow is out. For the 12 of Mark Lukin. So setting the pace, the 77 of Corey Dumpert brings the field to turn number 3. Out of turn number 4, we're back to green flag racing. Corey Dumper, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Ben Sukup now in that 4th spot. Chase Osborne. Sukup got in the muck. Here comes Osborne looking outside. Oh, we got Travis Berkeley around in turns 1 and 2. So we'll try it again. Mike's got the old eagle eye on him. Looks much better. Let's go racing. Corey Dumper, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup. Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Mark Lukin, and Travis Berkeley. Looks like I missed, but the 35 of Robert Osborne looks like he has pulled off. He had enough of it. Look at this, challenge for the lead. Pospisil looking on the inside of Dumper. Oh, they touch. Oh, Dumper on the outside wall. Dumper gets into Pospisil. Oh, I tell you what, it's on. It's on. Corey Dumper, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Chase Osborne. I'll have to see how they straighten this one out. Corey Dumper with 4 to go. Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Mark Lukin, Travis Berkeley. 3 laps to go. Corey Dumper. Coming around with 2 to go, it's Corey Dumper. Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Jim Johnson, Mark Lukin, Travis Berkeley. White flags coming out, 1 to go. And I'm going to say right now, unofficially, it's going to be Corey Dumper, Tad Pospisil, Eric Van Osdal, Chase Osborne, Ben Sukup, Chris Johnson, Jim Johnson, Dylan Schmier, Mark Lukin, Travis Berkeley. So we'll find out what the... That's drama. That's too much drama for me at the end of the year, let me tell you. Last race of the season.